Hi my lovelies, welcome back to my channel, and for everybody who's new, I'm Leorah and I'm so glad you found me. So welcome to today's video, which is the Sonja Wrap. And yes, I'm actually naming this wrap after one of my followers or subscribers, or however you want to call it. Actually, I should call it just a friend because she's a good friend of mine, and I thank her so much for alerting me to this wrap because it's gorgeous, it's easy, you just need two scarves. You can also do it with one scarf, and it's elegant, but if you wrap it differently you can have it super playful. It's super versatile, and I'm just so glad that I didn't come up with this, but like I said, Sonja has been doing this wrap and she has alerted me to this, and I'm just so thrilled that she did. So thank you so much, sweet Sonja. And of course, besides that, this video is in collaboration with Wrapunzel. Wrapunzel has supplied the scarves and the shaper that you're seeing here, and I just can't wait to show you how to do this, because yes, it looks a little bit difficult what's happening up here, but it is super easy and you will not believe it. So anyway, without further ado, let's go right into the video. Welcome to the tutorial part, and for that I'm wearing the Wendy shaper. You can use of course smaller shapers, and honestly you might even have a bit of an easier time if you're wearing a smaller shaper, because then you just have more material left over to tuck away, which I'm going to show you in a second. So I'm going to start with the stellar scarf in red, which looks like this. Just going to hold it into the camera. It's a red scarf, not 100% opaque, it's a little bit sheer, maybe you can see me a little bit through the fabric, and then it has golden sparkly dots on it, which is super nice. It does not have fringes, and it's a beautiful scarf. It wraps amazingly beautiful. Anyway, so I'm going to put that down from the top down, and as always I'm just going to pull it up a little bit towards the front and clean it up in the front instead of in the back. And then I'm just measuring that I have about halfway here, that I'm wrapping it evenly. And now I'm just going to bring it to the back and cross it over. I'm not tying a knot. Yeah, I know, it's very unusual for me, but it's not really necessary for this wrap. So for everybody who cannot tolerate knots behind your head, that is your wrap. Absolutely. Okay, so you can also do this wrap just using one scarf, by the way. If you were to use just one pashmina or one scarf, you can do it too. If you ask me, it's a little bit more special if you use two, because of course you can use different color schemes to play with, which makes it more interesting, or also use a very patterned scarf and then a very plain scarf. That also makes it more interesting. For myself today, I'm of course doing a monochromatic wrap, which can also be super nice, but besides all of that, you can do the same thing just using one scarf. Okay, all right, for the next thing I'm going to use the red shimmery, and this is how it looks. It does have fringes. For everybody who doesn't know this scarf, it looks like this close up. It is also a little bit sheer, and it is a little bit I remember when I got this the first time and I described it as chainmail. It's a little bit like that. I don't know, I'm going to just put my skin under this. Maybe you can see what I mean. I don't know if one can see what I mean, but anyway, that is always how I feel about this scarf. It's super shimmery and sparkly, and I really like it. It's not super wide, so that helps really, because we don't need a very wide scarf for the second one. All right, I'm going to fold this now twice. And it really depends on what kind of shaper you're using, on how much space you have here, how many times you're folding it. It doesn't really matter that much, honestly. Just so you're placing something right here, and it should hang down also equally on both sides. And as well as the first one, I'm crossing this over too, and I'm just grabbing both of those sides and giving them a good tug so it is nice and tight. Okay, so now I'm going to bring both of those sides up to the middle, and I'm going to tie a knot right here. like this. So we see here the stellar scarf, we see here the shimmery still, and there we have the nut. Okay, so now Of course, you can now clean up here if there is anything you want to change or move around. I think I'm pretty happy with what I have here. So now I'm going to just tie another knot right on top of the first one. And now here you see that if you have a smaller shaper, you will have more excess material to work with. So for me, it's starting to get really, really tight, and I'm just going to duck down so you can see what I'm doing. For me, the scarves are basically, this is their end. If you have a smaller shaper, you will have a little bit more material left over to tuck away. But you know that the Wendy shaper is just my comfort zone, so that's what I'm doing. So now I'm just sort of leaning this double knot a little bit to the back, and I'm just going to tuck away whatever is left. So now you know that I don't care if there are fringes hanging out. I personally think that that is super lovely and can add a lot to the look, but you can do whatever you want. You can, like, if you want a more cleaned up look, then you can of course from the get-go use a scarf that doesn't have fringes, or you use a smaller shaper, or you know, whatever you want. So now you can totally play with this in this case like me, who has now a bit of a problem because the scarves don't tuck away nicely because the shaper is too big or the scarves are too small, but I don't think that that's the issue. You can then just, you know, be a little bit more creative and just tuck away everything the way you want it and just play with this, you know. I mean, even this can be like your source of creativity. So anyway, I'm just going to tuck the fringes a tiny little bit away, and that is it. And I think that is a super cool and very, very easy wrap. And I'm so glad that Sonja alerted me to this wrap, because sometimes the most obvious things in front of you, you don't see them because, you know, you're not thinking that way. So I think this is a super cool wrap. And if you do it again with like different colors or different textures or whatever, I think this can be super playful. And if you wrap it like this, it can be super elegant. And I really like this because it's super versatile. So anyway, I hope you did enjoy this. Please leave me your comments, of course, in the comment section down below. Besides that, if you want to place an order with Wrapunzel, then you can of course use my affiliate code, which is Queen Leorah in all caps and one word. It will give you 5% off your order. Besides that, I would love it if you were to subscribe to my channel, and I want to invite you to come back for my next video, which is on my channel super soon, probably tomorrow. But if you're watching this on the Wrapunzel channel, then it's probably going to be in a week or something like that. So anyway, I am so happy to see you here again, and I hope this wrap works for you. I hope you'll enjoy. I love you so much, and go ahead and sparkle. Hugs and kisses. Bye.